all working in the back. Can you guys hear me in the back at all? Oh, good. Okay, good. So they're still kind of working on things, working on going live on Zoom inside the Mastermind for the people that weren't here. But I do want to go ahead and get started. Are we good? Are we ready? Yeah. So first of all, I need you all to stand up and celebrate you for being here. I'm so proud that you're here. You're here. It's a Monday, and you're in Wichita, Kansas. There's so many other things you could do, and you're here, Calvin. And you guys came over again last night. Like, you're here. Thank you. Thank you guys so much. It means the world to me, and I'm not going to let you down. And I really didn't want to cry this early. And then I go by you, and it's like, you know, if anybody would have told in November of September of 2022 that I was going to discover this really weird blueprint and be able to follow it and learn digital marketing, and it would have turned into this, I would say not possible. Because I was so caught in living and, reacting. I didn't have the vision because I was in survival mode. How many can relate to being in survival mode?
Woo! Yep.
But I was like, I didn't want my life to be the same in 6 months. So it was worth getting through the fear and the discomfort and the unknown and the uncertainty. It was worth it. So I'm telling you right now, you are worth it. And I can understand something. I don't want you to learn a lot this weekend. I want you to shift a lot.
Yes.
Because you have everything inside of you to be wildly successful. Because there's nothing that I have done that you guys can't do. Right? So I'm going to share a story with you. I'm really going to try not to cry. So my goal is $54,000 a year. Because that would pay my bills. And that would, allow me to leave my office and actually have time with my family and not be checking my phone all the time. And that was where I was. My mind didn't go anywhere other than that. So if you have a hard time seeing yourself making $1 million, I get you, because I didn't either. And here's the thing. When I started having clarity, and I want you to understand one thing. Clarity turns to confidence. Confidence helps you craft the most amazing message. And that's where the money's made. That is it. It's not you watching the same video over and over and over again and thinking you need to learn more skills. It's mastering your message. It's mastering. And we're going to do a really good story exercise this afternoon that you're going to absolutely love. And you were here last week, right? What did you think of that last week?
Incredible. It was really incredible. A lot of people had breakthroughs, and it was emotional and heartfelt, and we all connected. It was awesome.
Yes. She's back again, you guys. That's how impactful it was. Here's the part I love about Tammy, though, and she didn't even know it. She was standing over there, and she was writing her story. And I looked at her, and I ran over there, and I took a picture. I saw peace on her. Like, you were full of peace, and I was like, yes. So I was so proud of you. And I'm going to blow that picture up for you. It is amazing. Yes. So when I started realizing, I think I'm onto something, and I went for 6 figures. My vision changed. So I'm telling you guys, where you are now, a lot of you might be in that survival mode, and that's okay. But we're going to get you from that survival mode. We're going to get you into intentional execution mode. But that's why it's called the Legacy Builders Program. Because I realized at that point, anything is possible in digital marketing. And I was like, I want to leave a legacy for my family. And I will never forget, fast forward to last February, and I was getting my hair done. Matter of fact, my daughter's in the room. Chelsea's in the room. And I was getting my hair done, normal time getting the hair done. And Malia is like, hey, Chelsea's mom, you should buy a salon. And I'm like, what is it? And I was asking them questions, and they didn't know. I got on my phone, and I made an appointment with the guy. 2 days later, we bought it, right? Yeah. That's leaving a legacy. Not having to look at your bank account, not having to do anything, but to be able to help my kids. So I'm looking at my kids now and I'm like, I want to fund your future.
Yes.
I want to fund what you want to do. Let's fund it. Because I watched her 37%. 37%. And she was a hard worker. Her employees took total advantage of her. And she made 37%. And, you know, they pretty much like live off tips. Why do I keep on cutting out?
Move your hand up.
Well, if I do that, I'll shut it off. Like, you need to tape me up again, Jesse. You had to tape it last week. But anyway, my point of telling you that is there's more to this story. First of all, everybody that worked at that salon went with Chelsea. That says everything about her. Like they shut that salon down, and they all went there. And now we're buying the equipment from that salon because she just hired another gal. My point of telling you this is when I bought that salon, it was 1,000% because I believed in you.
It's getting warm in here now.
And I said, you're making 100% profit, but you're doing this. So instead of me, I didn't coddle her. And I helped her raise her standards to where she has this insane confidence. The other day they sent me a picture and they're ready to expand and open another salon.
Come on.
But I'm telling you, none of that would have been possible if I didn't discover Blueprint and learn digital marketing. So I'm telling you, where you are now is not the person you're going to be in 3 months, in 6 months, if you shift this weekend. And I want to share something else. So Chelsea, I'm very proud of you, and I'm glad you're here. It's Monday, so they don't do hair on Monday, so she can be here. And it was interesting. She hired somebody the week before we went to Disney World, and she's like, I want you to come in and meet her. And I haven't had time yet, right, to meet her. But she, like, just her talking about her, and I'm just very proud of you. And it's sweet because then Ariel, the 6-year-old granddaughter, will walk in and be like, this is my place someday, Grandma. I'm like, yes, that's a legacy.
Yeah.
So who cares who complains on your videos? Who cares? They can't do this. Like, they can't do this, right? And now I'm buying rental property, and we're buying more rental property, and I'm leaving a legacy for my children. And I'm telling you guys, I just want you to shift. I want you to get out of the weeds of, what if I don't look good on video? What if I don't sound good? What if? There's no money made in what if. There's no money made in what if. So I have to share this because vision. When we decided to do this mastermind, we were thinking 50 people. I was like, oh, we can put 50 people in the house. This is going to be easy. And then Celine's like, Michelle, you're at 75. Oh, we can still do it. And then we were going to put a tent in the backyard. We had like a 35 by 40 tent. Mike's filling out the forms for the tent, and he is honest and lets them know it's for a mastermind. They're like, oh, no, you don't have zoning for that. So literally, 2 days before the event, he finds this building, which is perfect. But I'm telling you, we didn't get in the weeds. We didn't talk about, oh my gosh, what are we going to do? What's going to happen? And in the meantime, Celine's like, you had 101. You had 103. And I'm like, Celine, I've already gave the food order. And we ended up 111 here last week. And you guys know what I think about 111, right? Isn't that wild? Like, wow, that's divine, by the way. But my point is that's why we had to do another one. Because I was like, I can't turn people down, so that's why we did it a week later, less than a week later, actually. And the reason why it was so quick is because my son's a runner, and he starts running, like, we travels all over with running. That's why we did it back to back, because I didn't want you guys to not be here. Yeah, like, it was that important. And look at this. And I'm like, 50 will come. And all of a sudden, Celine's like, oh, you're at like 92. And then look, we filled the room again. Like, you guys, that says everything about you. But like, seriously. Oh, yeah, definitely. But that's what I'm saying. Like, you made the sacrifices to be here. Think about that. you know you're worth more. You know you are. So I want you to help shift, and I want you to see that person that I already see in you. Because if you see what I see in you, you guys would all be six-figure earners by the end of this week. Because you've become unstoppable. And that's all I did. All I did when I was like, I think I can hit six figures. And I just was like, and this is what I want you guys to take away. I just want to see the person I can become. I just want to see what's possible. Because what's the worst thing that could happen? I learn. Right? I remember my mentor said to me, when I decided to go for my first $1 million year, she's like, you got to fail 24 times. Like, fail hard 24 times in 2024. And she goes, but what I want you to do is I want you to grab a piece of paper and I want you to write it down. Because 30 days, you're going to look at that failure, you're going to be like, that's ridiculous. Right. And when I made my goal to make 2024 my $1 million year, and I was terrified to write it. I was terrified. I couldn't see it. I didn't think I was worthy of it. And I wrote it down, and it took me a while, like 6 hours. But in here it wasn't there. But in my heart, it was, I'm going to change 1,111 lives in 2024. So I took the money out, and I went to the mission. And the very next day, we come back in the room, and she goes, oh, by the way, I want you to cut it in half. And I want you to achieve $1 million in 6 months. I'm like, what? And I was terrified. I will never forget, I had talked in Amy's community that morning. And Amy's like, where do you think you're at? And I was like, I know, because I was about 17 months in. I'm like, I know I've already made $1 million. Because I was afraid to look at it. Because I didn't think I was worthy. And I didn't want that to stop me. Because right here will take you out more than anything. So if we can help you shift that this weekend, it will change everything. So I set that goal. I was like, I'll go. Because she goes, what we're going to do is we're going to go for $1 million in 6 months. And then we'll just readjust. In June, whatever you didn't hit, we'll readjust. I failed miserably in January. Ooh, I was like, there's no way. I failed in February. But because it was more about who's the person I can become, I wasn't focused on the money. I was focused on the mission movement to impact 1,111 lives. And then momentum started in March and then April. Anyway, I ended up with $4 million in 2024. With no money spent on ads. And more time with my family. Like, we traveled so much, we forgot where we all went. And I'm like looking at my Airbnb and I'm like, this is insane. So I literally was able to live my dream year and make more money than I ever thought possible. But here's the great part. There's nothing I've done that each and every one of you can't do. That's why I know I will create 1,000 self-made millionaires. I will! And you're going to be one of them. Yes. And you guys all can be one of them. So we're going to do something because you are your biggest block. I'm still my biggest block. Okay, I do got to share this. Yeah. So I got a box of Pop-Tarts. So if you were at the six-figure dinner, you understand why. So anyway, the week before the first Mastermind event we did, it was pretty intense in the house. We survived it though. And I didn't understand really why. And I what did I tell you before we went to Disney World? Like 7 days before? I'm like, hey, do you want to go to Disney World? I was like 7 to 10 days before. See, that's the life I've always wanted. I wanted to think about something. I wanted to text my daughter and text other people and like just go do it. And I have to look at your bank account. Like I told them last night at the six-figure dinner, I've not looked at any of my bank accounts this year. But here's the weird part. You know why? Because sometimes I question if I'm worthy of that much money in there. That's the truth. But that's what I'm sharing with you. Like at every level, there's a devil. right? And so my son, I'm sending him all my bank statements so he can get with my accountant and turn everything in, because I'll let him look at it. But I'm sharing with you, like, that's my block. That's my worthiness issue that I have. But it was a dream, like 10 days before, hey, do you want to go to Disney World? And we literally scheduled the trip. And that's what I've always wanted. So I'm telling you guys, no matter how little it is, how big it is, you are worthy of all of it. So, back to the Pop-Tarts. So it was pretty intense the week before the last Mastermind. And I really didn't understand why. You know, this is new. This is scary, right? Well, then I realized, oh my gosh, I don't want to let you guys down. So we're at the six-figure dinner, and my son, he blasted me. What is that called? Burned? He roasted me. And he, you know, that wasn't his intentions, but it's kind of funny because he stood up and he talked, and he's like, you know, my mom's been very, what was the word he used? Worried. I don't think he used the word worried.
Anxious,
Stress, and she goes, and she procrastinated doing this. And, you know, and he said, he was letting you guys know that I'm human just like you. The only difference is I'm not going to talk about it, I'm going to do it. I'm just going to push through. And my point of saying that is I went back to the table, and Dell's fiance was there, and she goes, why were you nervous? And I was like, you know, I was really afraid I would let you guys down. First of all, she didn't know me. I just met her, 5 hours before that maybe? And she said, you could put a box of Pop-Tarts on the table and people would be happy. But that comment grounded me. I was like, perspective. I was overthinking it. I was so in my head. And what do I teach you guys? Get out of your head and get in your heart. I'm only telling you that because you'll have those moments. This is why being in rooms like this will help put it into perspective. But the weight that she lifted off of me, I will never forget that. Like a complete stranger. So I'm sharing, and now she's not a complete stranger. Like, I mean, even if her and Dell don't work out, she will forever be in my life. So you're stuck with me because she changed my life. Because she did. I was like nervous and I was anxious. I didn't want to let you guys down, and she just grounded it. So I'm telling you guys, don't overthink your videos. Don't overthink things. Just talk through your heart. Just talk through your heart. So you will always have moments like that. That's what I'm sharing with you. It don't matter how much money you make. Right, Jessica? Do you always still have moments like that? Yes. Yeah. Every day.
But you push through.
You still got to do it. People depend on you.
Yes.
Somebody needs to hear you. Somebody needs to hear your story.
Yeah. And that's what it's about. So if you, like now Mike Money, dangle the money in him in the guy's cars. And that's Mike, yes or yes? Me, it's the movement. Not that he don't care, it's just like money overwhelms me. Do you remember a conversation we had one time? And I was like, don't talk about those big numbers. Remember that? I'm like, don't talk about those big numbers. I said, I want to eventually get to just 100,000 a year. He was like, no, let's go for 100,000 a month. I'm like, oh, those numbers are scary. Now I feel like a failure if I don't make at least 300,000 a month. But it's the person you become. But it's not the money. It's because if I make 300,000 a month, you know how many lives I've changed?
That's it right there. That's the money part. Like, when I separated the idea that I was rich and that kind of thing, because you look at that, and even talking about having a lot of money, people are like, it's kind of a taboo thing, right?
Shouldn't
But then
be.
when I realized the only way to actually make money happen was solving other people's problems, then I wanted to be like a bazillionaire. You know, you think about it. You can help more people rich than you can poor. And so it just, when you make that shift, because sometimes you feel weird out there. You're talking to people. You're like, oh, this, you know, how to make money and all this stuff, and it kind of feels weird. Like you're talking about money, this like taboo thing. But if you shift your brain to like, wow, money gets made when I help other people, then you want to be filthy rich. Like, It really is. When you switch that a little bit, it changes everything. It really does.
So one thing I've noticed is there is a lot of introverts in this room. Can you raise your hand if you're an introvert? Yeah, a lot. So I see you guys. And I loved it when you were at my house yesterday. You know, I'd seen the really extreme introverts. And because that would have been me. Matter of fact, I wouldn't have ever gone over. So the fact that you guys come over to my house is awesome. I would have never. Now Mike would have been there. And he, but I would have never. So the fact that you guys did that is awesome. Like, Kayla, I see you. Like, I see you. Like, she was in my map room by herself, and I went in there, and I noticed what happened. She was decompressing, and I knew that because I'd been there. And then all of a sudden, people started following me. So Kayla gets up and leaves. But I understand that. But my point is like, are you shocked that I'm up here? Yeah, there. That's all you needed to see. Like,
It's so weird. Like, it's so weird.
That's the first thing I said when I walked in here
Yeah,
today.
it's like, normally when we go to places, it's like,
Mike, you're Mike. Mike.
like normally when we go to places, she's just kind of like, she doesn't want to be in it. And then it's like, I'm going to go talk to a room full of people. And she just does it. It's like, it's a really, but when we go somewhere, she's not like trying to change lives. You know, like, I mean, she is all the time because she's always doing it, you know, in a certain sense. But it's like when you come here, it's just like, it overpowers you. It does. Like, you just like, you're like, it doesn't matter about me. Let's go. Like, you just, and you just shove yourself into it. I was telling Marcus on the way over here, I was like, I have no idea what I'm going to say today. Like, I have no idea. And he's like, you know, and it's, I don't know, because you just feel it in here. And I just know that when we get going, I mean, we have a general outline. I mean, but, you know, it's like, you don't know what you're going to say. Just like when you turn your video on, you don't know what you're going to say. And when you just feel it in here, and she's helped me recognize that more than anything.
Right.
Because I've been in my head like, okay, hooks and all this, you know how it goes when you get on the calls with me. But it's like more and more, it's like the authenticity is like just feeling it and going with it and just keep doing that same thing and it just comes out. It's good.
But I recognize though, and this is the part I want to help you with this morning, is to break free from that I'm not worthy, that it can't happen to me, that I'm too old. I'm going on TikTok. Isn't it a dancing platform? I mean, I was my worst enemy. And I was trying so hard to get myself to be okay with being a failure. But my kids were worth more. And my grandkids, I'm like, oh, I gotta have more time with them. It's like the Disney trip was a dream come true. And the first thing my granddaughter said when I saw her after, Grandma, can we go back for my birthday? I'm like, yes, we can. And it's like, I love that I can say that. And I'm just saying that because why I'm up here talking and why you're not, because you don't feel you're worthy. So we're gonna do an exercise. So I want you to look in the mirror, and I want you to I'll make sure, okay. I want you to tell yourself that you are worthy.
I'm worthy. I am worthy.
I'm worthy. A lot of lives change. You are worthy too.
Yes, I am definitely worthy. I've worked hard my whole life, and I deserve so much more out of it, and that's why I'm here, to learn how to do that and help as many people as I can do the same thing. I am worthy of good things in my life. No.
You know, where's Dawn at?
Who? Don Dillon?
Yeah. So, Don's 80 years old. And he's here. Can you share what, 6 months ago, what did you say?
Well, 6 months ago, I didn't even know what a computer was. So I took a step forward and I hired people to teach me the computer. I hired tech gals to take care of my back room so I could concentrate on other things. I read school probably, I don't know, I probably have it memorized somewhere now. But you know, this has been an exciting trip because I was in marketing all my life. But marketing back in the 50s is a heck of a lot different than marketing today. And I think that I have enjoyed this so much. I probably have invested over $10,000 in the last 6 months just to learn. And I'm not afraid of it. I'm not afraid of people.
Yeah.
I'm not afraid of anybody. The only thing that I'm afraid of is that my wife is going to say, "Are you making any more money?" But we've had a happy marriage of 57 years. It's still my kids are good. They grew up good. I brought them up good. Well, she brought them up good. And it's a long trip. And I want to thank you for recognizing everything, everybody. And that's the amazing part. To recognize, I mean, if I had 1/10 of that recognition, I'd probably make it
I love it. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
But I want to inspire you guys. 80
Yes.
and 6 months ago, they didn't have a computer. Look at the excuses we make. Like it's like fingernails on a chalkboard when I hear somebody complain about the algorithms. I'm like, are you kidding me? The moment you master the algorithms, you're a millionaire. That's it. Like, that's it. It's worth learning. It's worth learning. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Because I want you to see in you what I see in you. And if I can get you past this block, I know your heart. I gotta figure out what that block is. Because the moment you release it, you are gonna change so many lives. Make sure it's not too big. Last week I was showing their nose hair. You can. These are the breakthrough moments.
I am worthy. I am worthy of this, and I can do it. 40 years in MLM, had big teams, but this is a different animal. And my warm market's burnt, so I have to reach out and I have to touch lives on the other side of the screen, and I know I can do it, because I'm worthy.
Yes.
Yes, you are worthy. And we're gonna change our stories this weekend, by the way. We're gonna create new stories, so. Are you hiding from me, or are we just having a, like, let's go, this is breakthrough. Yeah, you guys might not like me, but you'll love me when you're millionaires. Because I gotta push you to levels that I know you're capable of. I would not push you to something I didn't know you could do. I'll come to you. I'll get on the floor with you. See? Hence why we put Kleenexes on the table. I just want you to look in the mirror. Because you are so worthy.
I'm worthy. I am worthy.
Yes.
I'll tell you a funny story instead. It's good.
See, that is, see? Right there. That is her trying to be in her comfort zone. And you guys, there's no money made in that comfort zone. I want you to, but look, you need to look here, and I'm worthy. Yeah.
I am worthy, and I said I came here to get 56 years worth of tears out, and I started.
Yes. Give her a hand. But this is why content is hard. Do you see? There's blocks that you have that you don't know that you have. That's why being in masterminds is so important. You can't get rid of those blocks on your own. That's why they're called blocks.
Good.
This is what I'm talking. The moment she releases that and we figure that out, she's unstoppable. And you all have them. There's not one of us that have had a perfect life. There's not one of us that haven't had trauma or drama and complete sadness, devastation, and happiness in our life. There's not one of us. But the way we deal with it is what prevents us. So you can keep on shooting videos and shooting videos and shooting videos, and if they're not working, you blame the algorithms, or you blame this, or you blame this, and in reality, it's you. Like you literally, it's astonishing to me how hard it is for people to look in the mirror and say, I'm worthy. Like it is. I want you guys to work on that. Because the moment you believe in that person in the mirror, oh, you're unstoppable. You're unstoppable.
I am, you are.
Yes. Yes.
I'm worthy!
There we go. And y'all are gonna feel like that. I like how you guys are like, we're ducking when Michelle's coming by now. I do need to come over here because I have somebody that's pretty awesome that's here that I'm gonna spend time with her that I never met before. I'm so glad you're here. And you are worthy. The moment we release this, you're unstoppable. Like how beautiful you are. Not right now. Yes, you are.
Yes, you are.
I am worthy.
Yes.
You got it, come on.
I'm sick. I am worthy. I am worthy.
Ooh, do you feel the difference?
Yeah.
Yes. Lisa?
I am worthy.
Yay.
I'm worthy of everything that I can't even dream of right now.
Yes.
I'm worthy. And I thank you.
All right. Tasha.
Oh, yes, Tasha. We love you.
Love you. I am worthy.
Yes.
I am worthy. I am worthy.
Yes.
I am.
Tasha, my TikTok is blowing up with people loving on you right now.
Yes.
Remember all those hands yesterday?
Yes.
Exactly. So, Tasha is my personal customer, by the way. And I do calls on Saturdays. And it was a Saturday, just her, she was the only one that showed up, but it was meant to happen that way. Is my hair all messed up? And she shared her story with me, her like complete story. And I can't wait for you to be a six-figure earner and you get to share your story. Because I understand why you feel you're not. You've released a lot in your life, like, oh, I can't even imagine. I'm very proud of you. And you gotta get to 6 figures, you gotta share that story. Does anybody need a mirror moment? I would love to bring.
Isn't it weird that goofy feeling you feel? Even when she's like walking around with you, like, it's just like that weird comfort. And it's like, it's uncomfortable, right? Like to do that.
Yeah, you don't realize something so simple is so impactful.
I am worthy. I am worthy, I am worthy, I am worthy.
Yes, 33 grandchildren and great-grandchildren. Wow. He needs to become a millionaire. He got a lot of families to take care of. So proud. That's a lot of Disneyland. Yes, Mike.
I am worthy. I am worthy. I am worthy.
Yes. Nice. This is the breakthrough that you need, and then we're going to work on your story later on today, and this will help you. Just trust me on this. The breakthroughs that were done last week is absolutely amazing.
I am worthy. I am worthy.
Yes.
I gotta go again?
Yes.
I am worthy.
Yes.
I am worthy. I am worthy. I am worthy. I am worthy.
Woo!
Good.
You guys feel it? Oh.
Steve.
I love you.
I am worthy.
And your kids.
My kids need me to be, so I'm gonna be every day for you
Yep.
and for my kids.
That's good.
For all of them.
Yes.
And for me.
Yes.
I'm worthy.
It's about all the time is himself.
I'm worthy.
Yeah.
I'm worthy. Let's go.
I am worthy. What's up? Yes, I am worthy. Love it. Anybody else need a mirror moment?
Mildred!
Height in the air,
Sneaking around the back.
I'm worthy. I am worthy. I am worthy.
You're from South Africa, by the way, you guys. Yes. Dedication. You want to interview somebody from South Africa? Interview her, right? She's here from London.
Aw.
How committed she is. Like, she's be proud of herself for that, right?
I am worthy.
Yay.
I am worthy. I. You got this. I am worthy.
different because clarity will bring in the confidence. Clarity to cash. I'm telling you, it's that simple. It's that simple. So hopefully you guys had breakthroughs. But I need to say something to each and every one of you in the room. Thank you for loving on everybody in here. It says everything about you. Oh, I did forget somebody. Then I'll let Mike take over because I'm running a little behind, but I needed to. Okay. We're a little off schedule. You knew I was coming.
She was hoping.
So I need to share this. Her story is unique to you. When did you buy from me? Like early on. And she uses strategies in the blueprint in her brick and mortar business and dramatically helped her brick and mortar business.
I did. So I stalked you for like 2 months. I stalked you for too much. You know why I did? Because you're so genuine. I'm so accustomed to serving everyone else. I serve everyone else. I make sure that I hear you, that I hear your voice. Everyone hears you. Here's the problem. I don't serve myself.
Yeah.
I'm grateful to you. I'm grateful to Mike. I'm grateful to Amy. I'm grateful to all you people because in this room, we're surrounded around like-minded people. That's all I want to do. I know that I'm worthy. It's a mindset thing. You are worthy, Mildred.
Yay!
You're definitely worthy, and you're going to do this. And yes, it has helped me with my business. But in those 2 years, I threw all that money away because technically, I could have done this on the side. 2 extra hours a day. I'm an entrepreneur. I own my own business. I can control my own hours. So I know that I'm worthy. And I forced myself to come to this mastermind because I forced myself to be accountable to everyone that's helped me.
Yes.
And even though you guys don't know who I am, you don't realize how much you've all helped me. So thank you, all of you.
Yes.
And I see all of you too.
Yes.
Woo! I love it. Love it. Love it. You guys will develop relationships that you'll have forever, by the way. And so just thank you so much. And I'm not done with the mirror. We'll come back later. I'll see who needs it because I want to help you. Like the moment you can release that and know you're worthy, you will become unstoppable. And that's my goal. I mean, who's ready to become a self-made millionaire? Yeah! Let's go. Let's go. You can do it. You can do it. So Michael, take it away.
All right, let's do it. What is the weirdest thing? You know, did you guys notice the men versus the women with the mirror thing? Did you notice that? I think guys are just like dumb, blind, confident sometimes, like about things. Like it's kind of interesting. I was talking to Jesse about it. It's like I see women and I'm like, you guys are like so powerful. Like you guys get like, I think you guys don't give yourself enough credit, truly. Like you really don't. You guys are powerful. Like you can move mountains. Like it's so crazy. But so I'm gonna talk about content because it's basically everything. You see all the cameras, right? What I really want to get across in this mastermind is just like what we're actually doing. And if you watched a little bit of the live stream of the last time, or you like heard me talk a little bit, maybe yesterday or whatever, I had this little unlock when, and it was kind of recently actually, but I realized that when we go to do content, it seems like we're trying to, this is actually a good exercise here. So when you go to create content, let me throw this here on the ground. When you go to create content, like what do you feel like you're doing?
Trying to solve people's problems, but it just feels out of place, like just feel lost, I guess, trying to figure it out.
So, you see what I'm saying? Like when we go to do content, it's like, do we actually know what we're doing? You know what I'm saying? How many of you feel right now, like when you go set your phone up and you're getting ready to like record a video, you know what you're gonna do. Like you know what you're trying to do. How many feel like you don't? And you're just like, you're picking different things. You're like, well, hook and story and offer and all these things Mike talks about, you know, a series of videos, and you get all up in your head and you get all complicated. And what we're actually doing is we're just helping the person that's already moving in the direction. We're just helping them like speed that up. It's like, oh, you've been looking for that? Well, look, I found the path and it's right here. And so the other thing that I see when I go look at your videos is I see a lot of trying to convince. And it's just natural. Because you think it's a good thing, whatever it is that you're doing. And you're trying to convince, it's like you're almost trying to persuade or convince them to see it as a good thing too, right? So naturally we get this kind of like, you know, 10K in 60 days, and like we get kind of this thing going. And I'm the worst about it. I can be the most amazing used car salesman, you know, like come on down to Uncle Bob's, you know, like I can do it. So the thing I want you to really think about when you're doing content from now on is I want you to realize, first of all, they're already going in that direction, okay? Like the people that are gonna buy from you, they're already going in that direction. They're already on the journey of like figuring it out. And everybody in here is selling money pretty much, right? How to make money.
Yes.
Okay, is that pretty solid? Okay. So if you're doing that, think about what are you actually doing? You're kind of showing them the difference between one path versus another path. So again, how many people when they go to shoot content that you go to like pick up your phone, and whether it's a short form or a long form, you know in your mind, you're like, this is what I'm doing right now. Like this is what I